Hello all, welcome back to Game Together, Die Alone. I am Matt, just following on from the last video with our basic setup for Fallout, the board game. I also have a cat, so I apologize in advance if she would just decide to trample my game. Yeah, it happens, and it has happened several times. So, in any case, let's get going. So, I am this Brotherhood outcast fella. Now, he has a relatively slow movement as described by his card here, which is fine. He gets to stand anywhere within this starting hex. So I've decided just on the outside there, anywhere in there, just as an ease of movement to start. Cheesing this one a little bit, but not too bad. Anyway, let's get to it. So I'm going to use one action point, the one movement action thing, to reveal this terrain. So let's have a look. Oof, that's rough. So this red indicates it is rough terrain. So that's not great. It takes your entire movement to actually move into that square. So it doesn't have much movement anyway, so I guess it's not a huge issue. But as you can see here, we need to add a bug. Now we put this face down because he's not yet activated by the agenda/influence cards, which I may have been referring to incorrectly. So we don't need to fight it. We don't need to do anything with it yet until it's revealed, as indicated by an agenda card, so not a problem. So I can use my next point to reveal this one because it's connected up here. But we also then have more possibility for a danger of opening up another one. So I'll use my next one just to shift into here. That's one turn done. So at the end of your turn, or the start of the next, you reveal an agenda card. So as we can see, we don't actually even need to bother with that top, we're actually looking at the bottom. So each of these little icons down here represent the baddies. So this activates the Brotherhood and the Super Mutants, which isn't great, but in any case. So as a Super Mutant card tile is here, we flip him over, and we can see that we have a level 3 Super Mutant Brute. You can only hurt him on the chest if you have to roll these with the die. And yeah, he drops some loot, and I can't quite remember what that little icon means, but I believe he can attack on sight. So the star is also here. So what this means is that he's automatically revealed from the start. They start to move towards the player, the closest player. Obviously, it's a single player, so moving straight to me. Now, obviously, he started in this square. He could move down there, but obviously this is the closest square to me. You see up here, so he can only move that one tile at a time. So I believe I put that back at the bottom. You have to excuse me, I haven't played this game quite as much as I'd like. So I am fumbling through these rules. Don't quote me on these rules if I haven't quite gotten them right. Again, playing mostly for flavor, theme, whatnot. I was sick of doing the first game, which is in the instruction book there, about the Institute. I'm kind of sick of that storyline, so I'm not doing that one right now. Alrighty. Next turn. So do I want to move out and get towards Megaton? Well, let's have a look at our card here, which I believe I should have done at the start, but it doesn't matter. So I read it out. The mountains around you suddenly shake, blah, blah, blah. And there's a crashed vertibird as indicated by this square here. So look for survivors. So we go towards the wreck. Or 2, find someone who knows what the hell just happened and head to Megaton. And based on what we choose, there's different actions. So if we choose the wreck, The Enclave, as indicated by the shield, gains a run down this ladder. And if we go to Megaton, find out what the hell just happened, the Brotherhood of Steel gains one, but you also get extra loot and different things as per this darker brown color. So what should we do? Should we look for survivors? Do we want to play as the Brotherhood or work with the Enclave? I'm a Brotherhood outcast, so I'm kind of stuck here. I don't really have a choice here, do I? Do I work with the Enclave? Yeah, let's go with the Enclave. So we're going to look for survivors, I believe. So I'm using one part of my turn to shift here, and my next one to flip this one over. Oh God. Hey, there's a vault. Yeah. There's another cat. I'm very sorry about this. So this one's really drawn these pretty terribly, haven't I? So we have to add a bug there. And there's a vault. Now you can't really do anything with the vaults until you get one of these cards that instructs you to go through and look for a vault, I believe. So really doesn't mean much at the moment. So now that's the end of my turn. Pick up an agenda card. So ignoring everything else, oh dear. Down the bottom right there, we have the Super Mutant cards. So now he's already on the edge here, so he needs to move as closest to me. But because we haven't revealed these tiles, he goes smack bang in the middle of that tile. So slowly but surely shifting his way across the terrible land over here. But they're also moving slow enough, and the more of these cards I draw, the less likely he is to keep moving. So alrighty then. So I need to move another one here. Let's just shift him here. One turn, next turn, that's my turn done. Not getting very exciting over here, is it? So another agenda card. So let's see what's going on down here. All right, so we've got a star and a Mr. Gutsy down the bottom. So as the card indicates, we need to move the star closer to me. Now he's far away, so we're not going to be too worried about it. I haven't declared loyalty to any of these guys yet. And reveal. Oh, do we even have any Mr. Gutsies? Oh, cool. There are no machines on this card. Oh, on this table, so that's cool. Next. I'm going to use one there, and then another to reveal. So now there's not actually any vertibirds on any of these. It's more for the flavor and more to be like, to get what we need from this card. So, all right, so that's my turn done. On the next turn, I need to resolve this. Another influence agenda card. So Deathclaw and Star. God. The Deathclaw suddenly becomes alive. He's level 3, only gets hurt on his arms, drops loot, can automatically attack. This fella keeps getting closer to me, which is not great, but still a fair way away, which is fine. And let's just put that back at the bottom. Can't quite do this with one hand. Anyway, not a huge issue. Right, so now it's my turn. I wonder if I need to move into this or if I've just revealed it. So let's complete this. So basically I've looked for survivors. So the shield gets one movement down here. The Brotherhood stays where they are. Place a shield on Project Purity, just over here. Project Purity, obviously down here. I get 2 loot cards. Here we go. And you need to stage 45 and 101, add 046. So what that means is I get 2 loots just at the top of the deck. Ooh. A pipe rifle and raider armor. Now the armor is not going to be super helpful, but the rifle sure as hell is. So I'm putting that here where his hand is, basically. This little icon here being held, nothing here, and just extras down here which aren't being used. We just ignore that basically for the time being because you've got better armor. Right, so we have to add 46. So that means, I don't know which one this is in, so excuse me for 1 second. Let's just chop this up. So we have to add 46. All right, so we are back. I'm sorry about that. I just had to figure out, use 2 hands and all that. Anyway, so what these stage 45 and 101 add 46 mean is this one now is trashed. It's gone from the game. Now these 2 become our active quests, National Treasures, and I'm not saying it's aliens. Add 46 means you need to add this card, which has this item on the back, to the top 2 of these cards here. So you meant to shuffle it, but I don't know how you meant to do that with one person. Anyway, I know where I've put it. Card 44 is gone. Now we have 2 more quests. Most of the crew has survived, but all are injured, many severely. Unwilling to trust a stranger, they require proof of your loyalty. They disclose the locations of some nearby caches in which there are supplies and protocols for this kind of situation. So you have to locate the survival gear or demand an explanation in exchange for the contents of the caches. And the other one is pretty much just a generic kind of quest. It says, Brahmin have been disappearing from Hoffman Farm. Stories have circulated about strange lights in the sky or nights of the disappearances, but you know it's probably just a Deathclaw or other predator, right? Defend the Brahmin pens. You have to find Hoffman Farm there. Or activate an old radio to monitor signals at night. Nothing too exciting. So I think we'll just keep going on with this. So you have to locate the survival gear for the wounded or demand an explanation in exchange. So encounter any ruins until you locate the cache. Yeah, so basically it is the same. You have to stage 49 and 67. Blah, blah, blah. Now there was no experience gained on this one. So you can see down here, there is experience gains depending on what you do. No experience gains on this, so not a problem. All right, so that was 1 movement point. Now, I can just go straight to the ruins there. Because the ruins is number 2 there. It's only a level 2 ruins. So I will do that, but that's my turn. I can't do the quest because that's one of the turns. And I need to do that next. So another agenda card. What do we got? Whew. The Raiders and the Deathclaws. Not good. So Deathclaw moves up a little bit. So we activate a Raider. Use a Regulator, level 2. Ooh, and now this fella up here. Let's see what we get up here. Moving this around. Oh, that's all right. Now we can gain some experience here and attack him. Raider Scum. So, just wonder if I should activate the quest or move across and attack. Or should I locate the survival gear or demand the explanation? Well, I guess I should just activate one of these quests. So I'll locate the survival gear for the wounded, I reckon. So this means I pick up one of these. This is interesting. Let's put this one back. Sorry, it's a little dark in here. You approach a section of the structure that doesn't show much looter activity. You wonder why it's been avoided until you hear the scuttling. So I have three options: rush in and kill the critters, send them after someone else, adjacent survivor, which is not a choice, grab something and run. Draw and fight a bug, and you get the loot times the ruin level, which is level 2. So you can get 2 loot, or you gain 1 loot and move 1 space. Yeah, let's attack it. Let's attack it. So what have we got? Bloat fly. So now we roll the dice here, and they attack. They attack first. We defend and attack them next. So let me roll these and see how we go.